AngelSimmerX and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about all about the Aldrichs update. I know last time we had the very last episode, but in University Patch, I actually had, or right before the University Patch, I actually had this lighting mod in my game, and it override, of course, I think it got rid of like all the blue light in the game and just made everything look much more natural. But unfortunately, because it overrided the original game files, it wasn't so easy to remove those said game files and put the original game files back in. And so because it was in there, by the time the University Patch came out, it essentially corrupted this very save file. So thankfully I had, I think the vast majority, yeah, pretty much all the households saved to the gallery, and I was able to retrieve them. So basically had to start over, like in terms of relationships, and everybody, like, you needed to get where they were supposed to be and things like that. And also I gave people new houses, and a few people also look the same. I mean, look a little different. So for example, like with the Aldrichs, they have a new home, and this is actually their new house right here. I'm going to get into it a little bit. But like with Tiffany Wu, she was one of those Sims that was not saved up to the gallery. So I had to actually remake her. But thankfully, I was able to make her close enough. And probably the only slightest difference with Tiffany is her nose. So that's that. But I think everybody else, or all of the, characters that we have seen so far in All About the Aldrichs, basically have new places to live. So we're starting, of course, with the Aldrich family. This is the craftsman home that was built by X Urban Sims, and I just pretty much recolored the outside and made changes to the inside. But this is where the Aldrichs reside right now. And I'm gonna just give you guys a quick tour. Here's what the top floor looks like. It looks like Jennifer and Todd are talking. I think Todd is supposed to be getting ready for work here, actually. But over here is Todd's room. We have what would have been Gina's room, or what would be Gina's room if she were still living here. And then this naturally would have been Derek's room, but they turned it into an office space. And then this is Jennifer and Michael's room. One thing that I do like about the University Patch is that you can now assign bedsides. Like, even though I don't think that was really a necessity, but I do think it's pretty cool, actually. So we need to have Jennifer get some breakfast. And let's see, is Michael working today? Michael is working tomorrow, so he's off today. So, but then this is the first floor. This is their new kitchen. It's quite small, but I mean, Jennifer and Michael, they cook, but they're not like big cooks. Say like Aiden Wu, Marissa's dad. And then this is a downstairs bathroom or powder room. And then we have the kitchen over here, which I've redone. And then this is like the family area, living area. And I also have like a little reading spot for them. So I just redid it in a fashion that they will like, because they're more of like craftsman style, even though it didn't look that way. But they're actually more traditional craftsman style people. And then of course we have the pool out back. I'm probably gonna add like some lounge chairs out here or something. But yeah, so, and in speaking of different appearances, Jennifer actually has a slightly more youthful looking appearance than what she originally did. Like, I'm gonna have to wait for her to turn around. But she looks a little bit younger. That's because I actually use one of X Miramira's melanin skin tones from the skin pack. So let me show you guys really quick. So yeah, this is what Jennifer looks like now. I just feel like this is a lot better compared to how she looked before. Like, she just looked really, really aged, and I kind of regret doing that for her. But yeah, so this is it for the Aldriches. Not much else has changed. Um, like I said, except they have a different home, and Jennifer's look has changed. I don't know why that's empty. Did I forget a cabinet? I need to do something about that. Weird. Very, very weird. Okay, so who wants to guess whose house this is? You probably already know whose home this is. This is Gina and Aaron's new mansion, and honestly, like, I prefer this so much better than the other one. The previous one I had was built by the Huntington. She's really, really talented in her builds, I should say, because I do have more than one of her downloads. Now, this one was actually built by Marmalade, if I'm saying that correctly. But Marmalade actually built this one, and I just felt like this one was it was just made a lot more sense for them to have, because they do have like a little bit of extra space to grow into it. Let's say like maybe a baby comes along, they will have the space to grow into it. But I just feel like this one was a lot more reasonable, because the other one was just way too big and just way too much space. So I felt like this was definitely a much better option. And of course, they do have two pools. They have a little fireplace outside. It is unfinished. I will finish decorating that very soon. But so this is the top floor. Of course, Aaron and Gina's bedroom, their bathroom, and apparently some carpets, some rugs went MIA. And then this is like the little hallway. But like I said, I could always turn that into a second bedroom right there. Or a second, bedroom and bathroom. And then we have the main living area. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see better. But we have the kitchen and dining area. This is actually like a little breakfast table. And then this is more of like the formal dining. You would think that that would be the formal dining. And it was what Gina wanted, honestly. And I was like, do we really need all that? But Gina was like, yeah, we do. So can you tell that this is her style? And I love like the black and white kitchen. Or it's like black and white and cream kitchen. The staircases are an absolute yes. Like, the stairs themselves are from Get Famous, and then this is from the stair patch. I said the stair patch. This is from the patch. One of those patch updates. It wasn't for University, it was for another patch when we got the L-shaped stairs. So, and then we just have like a little entryway here. We have I guess you could call it like a little mud area. I don't know. I was originally going to put their desk right here. And then I decided to put like a little, it's not really a mudroom area, but like a bench and a little cubby for them to put stuff at. And then this is their living room or their living area. And over here is a desk area, and I split that off. So, and it leads out into this little back patio where another pool is. So it's a really beautiful build, and I was like, like, what do I do with this? Like, if Gina really was a real person and I was an interior designer for her, like, what would she want in her home? So But this is the change to Gina and Aaron's residence. And like I said, it just makes a lot more sense. It works out a lot, much better than the previous home that they had. So if you remember Heather's parents, the Castillos, which is Juan and Isabella, they got a new house too. Their house looked very, very different from this one. This house is actually built by Mel Castro, and it's called the Earfield. And so you have like this little garage. What is that? Is that a Oh, it's a cupcake machine. Hey, cool. So we have the cupcake machine. We have a quaint little dining area. And I actually have a household that actually had this house. You have a very small kitchen. I just decided to keep it as she built it. We have this living area with this grand fireplace. And you have I was gonna call it a veranda. I think it's like a little pergola situation, um deck, anyway. And then we have a little pool. We have the barbecue pit with the outdoor table. And then we also have a little office in here. And of course we have the master bedroom, a very small bathroom, very narrow-minded bathroom. So this is their home. I'm probably gonna make it over though. At some point, I might just keep the same little color scheme because Juan loves black, which Marissa does too. But Juan would be the one to say like, "Hey, this is how our house is gonna look." So, but this is the Castillo's new home. I actually prefer their other house better, to be honest with you. They definitely had a lot more space. They had more bedrooms. Juan had a totally dedicated office for him. They had an indoor pool. It wasn't necessarily outdoors like this one is. They had an actual indoor pool. So, I don't know. But I'll just let them keep this house, and I'll just revamp it and not make it have it look so uh, Max's match, but I just kept it as it was for right now. Alrighty, so last but definitely not least is the Woo's apartment. Their apartment, the custom built apartment for them that I had originally was also done by the Huntington, but I got rid of it because it was just too, I don't know. I just feel like it really wasn't Marissa. I don't know. It was just something about it that I was like, no, you know what, this isn't working out. So this version of the 1010 Alto Apartments, which is where they're living, is by Simlicy, but I made quite a few changes to it from her original version, because her version includes kids' bedrooms, and Tiffany is an adult. They don't have any more small children. So I made more space for Tiffany, and I got rid of the other two bedrooms to make for an office. And it's basically a split office for Marissa and Aiden. And then I made some other changes. Oh, hush, excuse me. Um, Apparently we're expecting some bad weather today. Sorry about that. But so I made, of course, some changes and using some custom content, but also some of the game pack stuff. So back here on this end of the apartment, here on the right hand side is Marissa and Aiden's office. So obviously the black is for Aiden, and the lighter color side is for Marissa. And right across from there is Tiffany's bedroom. So I wanted to make a little glam, a little girly, a little more mature. She also has a desk in here as well. And then she has like basically an ensuite. She has her own little ensuite. I'm gonna have to change those rugs out. But right off of there is her bathroom. So, and then from back there, you have the kitchen. Again, I changed it. This is beautiful. I love this kitchen. So you have the kitchen, and then right across is the dining room. It's very like vintage glam, which is more or less Marissa's style. Vintage glam, between vintage glam and Get Famous style, is definitely more Marissa's vibe. So, and then here you have like the formal living area or sitting area, formal living room, but or family room. And right out from there is, of course, the main entry. We actually do have a little powder room that I only just changed like the wallpaper and the flooring for. I might give it a little nudge. And then off from there, over here, we do have some closets. But we have Marissa and Aiden's bedroom. Again, vintage glamour, Get Famous vibes off of there. Of course, they do have an ensuite situation. But this is their bathroom. You know, the shower and the tub. Very beautiful. Very simple. Black and white and gold. And then from the bathroom, they have a walk-in closet. So his and hers shelves situation. So in terms of appearances, Marissa and Tiffany, I forgot about Marissa, but Marissa and Tiffany have both had just some slight appearance changes. Marissa looks a little bit older than she did previously. You can see her wrinkle lines a little bit more, wrinkle lines, I mean smile lines around her mouth. Those are protruding a little bit more than previously. And again, like I said, for Tiffany, the thing that's changed about Tiffany is her nose. Her nose is a little different. She doesn't look all that different. And maybe her face shape is also a little bit different, but she doesn't look too terribly different from the last time that we saw her original appearance. But yeah, so I was going to share with you guys that secret you guys probably heard me talk about if you saw my update video where I did a speed renovation in Brightchester. I was going to share a little bit more of that about that secret with you guys, but I'm just going to hold off from it because that'll be a little video in and of itself. It is pertaining to All About the Aldrichs, but it's pertaining to certain characters in All About the Aldrichs and Brightchester. It has something to do with Discover University. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this little All About the Aldrichs update. I just wanted to share this with you guys so that way when we come, the next episode, which will be episode 4, you guys will be seeing everything and you'll be like, well, why does so-and-so look different? Or why does so-and-so's house look totally different? Like, she made those changes. And of course, I wouldn't be able to discuss these things with you guys because I won't be talking at all in the series. So I just wanted to give you guys just a little mini revamp situation since I'm having to start the save file over. But anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoy, and I hope you will look forward to episode 4. It's about to get pretty rough. I'll just say that in episode 4. So please be sure to stay tuned for that. Please don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. We're still on the road to 750 subscribers, so please tell a friend to tell a friend. You can follow me on all of my social media. That will be in the description down below. I hope you guys have a great day wherever you may be, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.